I got concussed early October, and this is actually my first day back to work. I started work again back in December. So sorry, it took me a long time to start editing the vlogs again because I still haven't really been fully healed. Like, I can't even say I'm 100% yet, so I'm taking it easy. I started off my morning by making myself a matcha, and I'm just looking at my emails and my Slack messages.
Really is very stupid, but I need to draw the whole picture on how I was feeling that day.
So this morning I woke up to some big news. It was actually my first Monday back after being concussed, checking my emails and everything, and I found out that there are layoffs happening at work. And I quickly read the email and I saw that I was safe, so I went back to bed. And this morning I woke up and I checked the email again, reread the email so that all of the messaging does sink in. I wasn't too worried at this point because they mentioned another department was mainly affected. And so I didn't think anyone at this point was laid off until I found out my coworker was laid off. And so I was honestly really sad when I found that out. So you could see that my eyes are kind of tearing up. Yeah, it was just so many different emotions running through my head. I've been through several rounds of layoff at this company now, and it never gets easier. It never gets easier. And I think this is one of the reality of tech that people don't really share too much. Like, yes, we do have great benefits, but there's also this aspect of job security that is never ever stable.
There's layoffs today. I don't know how to cope with this because I've been to two rounds of layoffs. This is my third one. I've never known anyone that's really been impacted by layoffs before. And this time I do, and it's people around me, and I just feel sad because these people don't deserve it. And I know it's business as usual and it's what the business needs, but I'm in shock because the email that was sent this morning was saying that it's this specific um, department that is affected, and I just feel like I've been completely blindsided by this, which is how layoffs are for public companies. But yeah, I didn't think anyone in my department would be affected.
Yeah, so I took it easy that afternoon. I went to the gym and I really had to go to the gym because honestly, I just had to get like the stress out. I'm also still concussed at this point, so I am doing a gradual return to work. So I'm supposed to be working half days, but this day I wasn't because we had a bunch of company meetings and meetings to be had with the team. And during my lunch break, I found out that my manager actually also got laid off. And so it was kind of a tough day. So I tried to take it as easy as possible. I honestly couldn't focus on work. And yeah, so once I've ended all my meetings, I just decided to end my day.
So this is the day after the layoffs. Honestly, I was way too shocked. I was so in shock yesterday. Honestly, I saw the email the morning of, and I have my coworker texting me at 7 in the morning. She's like, "Hey, are you good? Like, have you been affected?" And I texted her, "No, like I haven't been affected." And when I quickly read the keywords of the email, I saw that it wasn't my department, so I wasn't necessarily scared. So I went back to sleep. And then I woke up, I had my day. I didn't expect anyone to get laid off in my department. So to be honest, I was chilling. Um, Up until I found out my coworker got laid off, I was really in shock because she was a really great designer, a really great UX designer. And so, yeah, that was really shocking to me. I didn't think that would happen. And 2 hours later, I found out my manager got laid off as well. And so I was just so in shock. I'm not gonna lie, like I actually did cry when I found out my coworker got laid off, and I was really saddened by the news, especially my manager as well. So yeah, I like, so this is just the reality in tech. But the past three layoffs that I've experienced at this company, I've never known anyone like very close to me in proximity of who I worked with that actually got laid off, but actually seeing people be let go that close to me that I work with kind of on a day to day. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's the reality of tech. Like, yes, I do share the positive side and the benefits of it, but this is one of the things that does happen when you join tech. Like, layoffs are real and layoffs do happen and layoffs happen pretty often. I'm not gonna lie. Um and we had a layoff once a year, pretty much like one layoff per year. And I've been at the company I think like 2 years now, and I've experienced I think three layoffs. So yeah, yeah, I don't know. I'm just speechless, but I know it's all like tied within the business goals and the business, the roadmaps and all of that. But it's just at the end of the day, it really sucks because it's people's lives, that you're playing with. I didn't do, if I'm being honest, yesterday I was so caught up, I didn't do much work. And we had so many meetings. By the end of the day, I was really drained. And mind you, I am still dealing with some symptoms of concussions. Like, I do still feel strained. Like, I wouldn't call it a headache, but I feel strained at times. Like, right now, I'm starting to feel it. It's 1 p.m. That's usually when it hits. And I hope this doesn't last. I hope it gets better next week. But yeah, it's the reality things, and we can't change it. It is what it is. But this is what we signed up for. This is what I personally signed up for. So yeah. I, I haven't been vlogging much because I just assumed this week was gonna be like a work week, and I thought I would document my week back to work. However, I'm just doing an overview of this whole week, but it's been so chaotic mentally, especially with the layoffs happening. And I did really feel a strain in my head, so I assume that my concussion isn't fully healed, but I could still live my life type thing. But yeah, and I had to drive my mom to the airport because she's going to Cambodia, and I was kind of worried about her too because my mom's kind of lost, and she's also getting older, and she's also very forgetful. And well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to book her a hotel room because she had a 13-hour layover, and her plan was to just sit at the terminal for 13 hours and sleep there. And I'm like, girl, you're old, you shouldn't be doing that. So I booked her a hotel room, and because of the time zone differences, I was scared that if she didn't find the hotel room, she couldn't reach me. But she figured it out on her own. She checked in on her own, and I woke up to her leaving me a voice note telling me that she's okay. And I was worried her eSIM wouldn't work. I was worried that if she slept in the hotel, she would miss her connecting flight the next morning. So I was really worried. And then on top of that, like, half of my team was laid off. Half of my design team, let me specify, my design team was laid off. And so everything was just really straining my head. I also went to get my flu shot yesterday. And then yesterday was also the Kendrick and SZA tickets that I was dying to see. Like, I love the new album, Kendrick's album. So I was like, oh, it was so just a lot of things going on. And I feel like as of today, I could take a breath of fresh air and just like, it feels like, I don't know, it's not a Monday, but like I feel like Thursday, today is the day. Today is the day. I think it would have been chaotic because I started last Wednesday. I think it would have been chaotic if I started on Monday and Monday right away I started work with layoffs. That would have been absolutely insane. So I'm kind of glad I started midweek last week. Yeah, so that's my week. Today I have a QA test that I want to attend just to look at the flows of the designs. Then I have my stand up, and then I have focus time, which is rare because these past couple of, well, ever since I started, I've been like bombarded with meetings, which I don't know, it's been a lot. So I'm kind of like happy to have quiet time for myself today.